Morning, Ron.
Been there before the homeowners possession. A lot of history there. All right. Ahead of less is celebrating the win. Do session anyone. After the British tabloid, the Daily Star decided to have a little fun before Prime Minister Liz Truss resigned. You might have heard of this. Earlier this month, an Economist article said Truss had roughly the shelf life while lettuce. So when her days became numbered, his
Constitutional amendment, thou shalt not progress. Exactly. I work over jobs too.
Hey. How are you?
Yeah. I said you would. You may scare them away.
You know, we used to have that.
Yeah.
Where was the picture?
I could see something.
Giving it away.
Or that's the power.
Jim.
Good job. That was 48.
When are you gonna finish all your?
No one tells me anything, I just keep working.
You're not up really
Well, not quite. Not quite. You see, always get out of Christmas like that, it's turned on and stuff.
They're all over again.
You know, I guess it's nice because it adds a lot of like joy.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Jack is a frequent listener, so he gets it.
Chris,
Looks like.
Yes.
I am now a visitor from the Arizona Green Valley Club.
Awesome, that's cool. How many people you got there?
Chris, can you mute me?
They didn't wait long to make me a member because they just need bodies, even old ones.
That's cool. Congratulations on that. What time, when's your meeting?
Did you get that?
I don't know what their dues are.
Yeah.
Yahoo! Sergeant at Arms, I'm good.
It works. Yes. What are you doing?
Good. We're good. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. Good luck.
We know for work.
Yes, okay. Kevin, can we do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes.
Sorry.
Please join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the four-way
President,
test.
how about the four-way test?
Yeah, how about the four-way
Let's,
test?
shouldn't we do the four-way test?
What is that?
I'm glad this is here. First, is it the
Truth.
truth? Second,
Is
it fair to all concerned?
third,
Will build better friendships.
fourth,
Will be beneficial to all concerned. And
Fifth.
fifth, is it fun?
sixth,
Bacon.
seventh,
Yeah.
seventh, go hot.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Okay, Gary O'Reilly,
But
do we have a inspirational comment?
I do. Truly effective and inspiring leaders aren't anxiously driven to lead people. They are driven to serve them.
Good, thank you for that. And we have a guest today who is our speaker, and he's from the Lake Stevens Public Works. He's the director of the Public Works, and Aaron Halverson. So thank you for being here today. You don't have to come up now. But later.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, okay, good. So the birthdays and anniversaries for Rotary, I didn't see anybody unless I missed somebody. So if I missed somebody, kindly raise your hand. So
And you have paid for it.
thank you very little. So, okay, seeing none, we'll move on to the treasurer's report. Jack?
All good.
I've heard that before. Okay,
Yeah.
how about the secretary's report? And it can't be the same answer as Jack.
All is not good.
Yeah. Right, so Gary, do you have a report?
Oh, sure. Any questions? At a board meeting last night, and the next board meeting is on Thursday, November 17th. The city is in the process of revamping their 10-year vision plan, and have asked the Rotary to participate, and the board has asked Kyle and I to be in that committee. And first meeting is November 9th, and the second meeting is December 7th. There's an RI council on resolutions that you may have received in the mail. Has proposed a resolution 22R-01. The purpose of the resolution is to consider, Lauren, are you listening? Encouraging senior members to increase their level of engagement with new members. So we're assigning you to a new member. No, I'm just kidding.
You do a good job of it anyhow. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, thanks, Gary, appreciate that. And then Don, do you have a president-elect report?
Sure. The only thing I have is just to mention that at the board meeting yesterday, we decided we are going to try to organize a holiday boat parade on the lake for Sunday,
gonna mention that on my calendar at home in pencil, it has it on, Black Friday also. And I was curious why you thought that at one point.
Would that be this? Well, that might have been just last year. Maybe it was, so it was, Black
I was
Friday.
just thinking like earlier in the year, better, but
So
otherwise.
is it possible to do it on December 3rd to coincide with Winterfest?
It's an interesting thought.
That's our Rotary Christmas party.
Yeah, that's why.
We're having a little conflict with that.
But because of the festival, we need to talk maybe a little bit about that too and see.
That would be so fun just to circle the cove.
Yeah, because then people from the cove could run out to the beach and see the boats go
And
by.
then it makes it more like equitable for folks that maybe don't have much access to the water to hang out at the cove and like be able to get so much interaction. For lack of a-
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Cool.
I can help you coordinate now, but I will be enjoying the sun of Kona.
The sun in Tacoma, what?
Oh, that's too bad.
I'll be thinking of you, 30-degree cruise around.
Well, actually, I would be getting off free too, because I'll be probably driving home, actually, I'll still be flying home from Mexico on the 3rd, so.
Yeah.
That might not be good.
Is anybody gonna be in Lake Stevens?
On December 2nd.
That's a great question.
Okay, we're still kind of trying to,
So it's either the 3rd or the 10th?
18th.
Sunday, 18th is Sunday.
December 18th is where we kind of penciled it in.
Sunday.
The
Yeah,
third
it's a
sounds
Sunday, yeah.
really appealing.
What's that?
The third sounds really
Yeah, but.
Well,
we
I'm
have
good with
dinner.
it.
Dinner.
We would need a different coordinator, that would be, I mean, other than like Chris says, I mean, I'd be glad to help too, as far as.
That's when Tracy is hosting our winter.
Yeah, and Tracy's on now, so,
Oh.
Tracy, hi.
Hi.
We were having the Christmas party at your house, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Amy brought this up to me yesterday. So I'm open. I mean, if we push the party further into the month, but we might have an issue with other people having parties. But December 10th, that's pretty much open for me also. Or, you know, our party is going to be in the evening. Isn't the festival going to be during the day? That's a lot to do in one day, but.
It's a night.
Oh, it's at night. Ah. Oh, that's right.
Tree lighting.
Well, that's right. Thank you. Okay, how about party on my house at the 10th?
well, I'll say yay, because then I can come.
Anybody
too.
else?
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Are we good with that date? Moving the party to the 10th? Hello?
I am.
Okay. Okay, that's it.
All in favor?
Okay. I'll inform Dave.
Thanks, Grace.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, good.
Or you can keep them in the dark.
And then he'd be like.
Good.
People coming. Okay, great.
Well, the festival is an annual event, isn't it? So it would be kind of I think it'd be a good idea to try to organize it so it's always coinciding. with
Then
that.
there'd be no more thinking
Yeah,
about.
the only downside is that people on the boats would be able to do them. But it's an all afternoon and evening, or?
Well, you know, maybe it's maybe you can stage the boats in the cove, and then after the Christmas tree lighting, just do a couple circles in the cove. That way people can enjoy both.
Yeah.
The other waterfronts is doing that.
All right,
Beginning of time.
That's a long
moving
time.
on. That might be.
Well, yeah, okay, so the boat parade could be a little bit early and then people after the boat parade could, you know, moor their boats and then come to the festival, like
Well, the
whatever.
boat parade has to be after dark.
Yeah, okay.
So I like the idea, like 4 o'clock.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I got up this morning, it was dark out. I thought it was like 3 in the morning.
What do you mean it's still dark out?
I know, I just saw that. Anyhow, okay, good. Thanks, Don.
You bet.
Club services? Jim,
Wonderful.
wonderful. That's something new.
You told him he couldn't use the same.
That's right. That's right. So, community services, Brian, there's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, we've got Thursday, we're gonna do, excuse me, I'm sorry, a cleanup over at the skate park. So we're gonna just kind of clean up and remove some graffiti that are on the rails, that kind of thing. And we've got a Halloween distribution of candy on Halloween night. So we're gonna set up down at the mill. It is at the mill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thought so. Well, that's a good idea.
I think just candy, that's my thought, you know, the machine and all that, but whatever you guys want to do, I'm just one person.
As a parent, I would really like it if it was popcorn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
No.
Yeah, pressure. Can I bring my TV by?
Ask Jim what he's done to the popcorn machine.
It's in good shape, so
Okay,
Now they put it back.
yeah, we can do that,
I
that's
ordered
pretty,
candy last night, and he canceled the order.
No,
no, you need to have
Candy.
candy.
too.
You gotta have that too.
Yeah.
Well,
I
then
lost
it's
1,500 pieces of candy.
if we don't use it all, we could probably use it in the Aquafest parade.
4 o'clock, yeah, is what it is. 4 o'clock. Well, I'm gonna be over there. With Jim.
Okay,
So I think we have enough people to man the booth already, but if you want to, just stop by, then we can get 4 people already. Yeah. I think
4 to 8, I think.
4 to 8. That's it.
Okay, great, thanks. And then we have, next, hey, Kendra? Okay, never mind, I'll get to you in a minute. Sorry. Just wanted to make sure you're here. So Jam Foundation,
Fabulous.
fabulous, I love it.
Now, there is a World Polio Day is next Monday, the 24th. So if you want, you can go to the RI site and check that out. There is a district foundation dinner on November 16th, Southern Canada. I don't know if anyone's, you think you might go up? Anyone else going up?
If there's a group, I'll go up.
Yeah.
I might go up too, it's in Abbotsford.
Yeah,
Yeah, if there's a group, I might go.
Yeah,
so,
Sounds like there's a solid 3 maybe.
yeah.
okay, cool, that would be good. Yeah, it'd be fun.
It's always fun.
It's really fun to
You
do.
get some more to pick up, so.
Yeah, okay. All right, great, thanks for that. And then, you know, since international services with Linda.
Yeah, we had a meeting last night and there's just a bunch of things getting ready to happen. So just to kind of get you guys thinking about it, they're putting together a letter to ask for $300 donations for computer stations. And for $300, a computer station will sit 3 kids, 1 computer, a monitor, like the mouse, the surge protector, everything needed to let 3 kids sit there and use a computer. And they need $3,000 is all amongst, so that they can make a $6,000 grant. So that letter's coming out soon. And I'll be letting you know when that happens. Peter, the leader, is going tomorrow to, or I'm sorry, like in 7 days, down there to assess how many kids that exactly are going to be enrolled in school. And so we'll have that news coming when he gets back. And they're getting ready to put all the kids together. So, and he'll also assess the library. So, yeah, everything's kind of ramping up right now to begin when the school year gets back to going.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. And then membership.
Everything's fantastic.
Okay, good. That's fantastic. It's a fantastic report. And I don't think, let's see. I don't think Kristen's here, but she had a few things to say at the meeting last night. That one thing is anybody can chime in here that was at the board meeting. we were trying to work on a student exchange kind of a thing, and it kind of fell flat a little bit for this year. So next year, we need to be thinking about that, and it takes like 3, I guess, families, because you have a student for 3 months, and then it goes to another family for 3 months, and another family for 3 months. And so we need to be thinking about that now, so when August rolls around, we have somebody involved with that. The other thing would be is, which was kind of cool, we might get more participation with that, is if there's 3 different families for 3 months at a time, and some of us could take, the student or whoever on a trip up to San Juan's, or have them for a weekend or whatever, would be kind of cool. So there's a couple different options to do there. So that sounds kind of cool.
And I'm sorry to
Oh,
back
yeah.
up, but I forgot that Jim brought me the translated letters.
Okay.
So there's only one person's name on this, so a lot of them, I think, just go to the group, for the adoptions. I'm gonna kind of put them together so that they're just easier to look at. I'll put them on a piece of paper and everything. I'll bring them back next Friday.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure that Mrs. Odegaard had her students translate the
Oh,
letters.
cool. That's a good
She said it
assignment.
was like really hard and pretty amazing experience for everyone. So that's what those.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Awesome. All right. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. And I don't think Vicky's here, so we don't have that. Chris Martin's not here, I don't believe. Okay, Kendra.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. Wait, let me check. Yeah.
I know, and now there's a buildup, but I don't have much to say. Everything is excellent.
Great, perfect, good. I do know that the governor's coming next week. Yeah, and so he'll be here, and that'll be the program. And then afterwards, we'll kind of talk a little bit about, whoever wants to stick around can stick around. And then he wants to go look at some projects, maybe the skateboard park and the food bank across the street. And then that would be after, but Kristen, we kind of thought that it would be kind of cool for him to see the fabulous Rotaract in action. And so, Interact. Thank you. Yeah, and so he would probably, be here for a little bit and then go up to the high school up here and then go visit her and those guys. So I think that would be really cool for him to see that. So that's kind of the.
Hey, Chris, how was that? Who's that coordinator?
What?
How did that come about? I don't know anything about that.
How did what come about?
Rotary.
It's not Inslee.
Oh.
Thank goodness.
I mean,
I noticed your false.
I have to tell you that, yeah, King Inslee won't be here.
President Biden showing up.
Yeah, he's gonna be here too. The motorcade will be coming by at 8:15.
Kevin, do you know CPR? We'll put up little boundaries for him.
That's hilarious. Okay, good.
I should have known better.
Good.
Somebody slowly died.
Yeah. So Gary, do you have anything for club communications?
No, but we'll probably try and highlight the district governor's, district governor, appearance, and especially if he ends up going up to the high school and sitting down with them, it'd be great to get that in the local newspaper and on our website as well.
Cool. Other than you guys sitting at the same table, anything for like Rotarians in action that we haven't covered? Okay.
Can I talk about the toy drive?
Yes, talk about the toy drive.
Okay, so.
It was on my list.
Well, yeah, you have help me. So, the Lake Stevens Family Resource Center, I think is what the title is back in Lake Stevens. They're trying to pull together some nice Christmas for a lot of families in the area. So they are doing a toy drive and looking for
for kids between the ages of 0 and age 18, and donate a new unwrapped toy. There's going to be we can start bringing them in anytime. They'll start doing the Christmas shopping. And then there's going to be a big stuff the truck event, fire truck event on the 17th, I think. It's on the flyer in front of Jack. So. And so, anyway, start thinking about maybe bringing some toys.
Bring it in here?
So.
Yeah, you can bring them to me. You can. Brian's office has been volunteered with that as approval.
All right, Brian.
Yeah, so we're gonna actually collect them as a Rotary group up until the 9th. And then we're gonna give them to December 9th, I'm sorry. And then we're gonna give them to those guys on the 12th. They do have another event though, separate than that, where you can go to Target, give them some gifts too. So if you didn't want to necessarily bring them in to us, then you could do their event too. But we're gonna go up until the 9th, which is a Friday.
Do they have wish lists or no?
No, it's just anything.
0 to 18, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Age group.
Black Friday's a good day to grab.
Just make sure we put that on the community pages. There's always seems to be asked for opportunities. Be good to get that on the community pages.
Tracy says we can bring them to the Christmas party on the 10th too.
Yeah, I think that might be fun to do. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
The other thing you can donate would be rolls of wrapping paper or ribbon.
Tape.
Yeah. It's like, if I understand correctly, parents come in, they go shopping for their kids. And so they can pick out a gift for their child, get a roll of paper, wrap the gift for their child. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and plug something that I'm doing outside of Rotary, but if somebody wants to help. We're also making Christmas stockings. So if anybody has a sewing machine and likes to sew, let me know and I'll get you a pattern. And we're doing Christmas stockings for all the kids too. We need 200 of them.
Tracy wants to sew.
Tracy. That's good. I was gonna call you.
Is that a bear on the top there?
Yeah, it's just a little, it's the fabric, the cup has a bear on it.
It's like the California bear, maybe
Yeah.
your
This is
sister.
fabric left over from our Corks and Cakes event.
Does that mean Gavin Wilson is coming up here
No,
down there?
it's just, pardon me?
We want to bring right for that one too.
Yeah, anyhow, good.
Only if it's a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and Tracy, any updates on the applications for, no, okay, okay. And then we have the wonderful Irish Sergeant of Arms.
Hi, Eli. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey, that was good. Thank you very much. Good to see everybody. Let's have ourselves a little drawing. Let's see. Let's have a little drawing. Can I ask, yeah, who do my drawing for? Sure, okay. See if I can grab one. All right. Okay. 751-855. 855.
After me.
It's a red ticket.
Wow.
You can only win once a year.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I see you, Val, before. Hey, oh. Nicely done.
It kind of goes with RI's deal of seniors, right? You bow to the senior.
Come over and bow. Commissioner Woody? What? Of course I will. Of course I will. You got a big mouth. Mouth for national flag. That's pretty valuable. All right, we does it on all the board meetings too. Good, you know what, I already said good morning, and you know what? I've been kind of jonesing for a morning workout.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so can we please stand up, everybody?
Is that a new game?
All right,
Well,
here we go. All right, so shake it out, okay? Shake it out. Shake it out. There you go, shake it out. Don't have any music today. Ron, can you play some music, Ron? Can you sing for us? All right.
Give me $1 for him not to sing.
Here we go. Okay, we're gonna do some Jack LaLanne's. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and that's it. Okay, cool. Okay, here's the next one. All right. Mrs. O'Brien and I are going to the Who concert on Saturday. Pretty excited. So we are going to do a Pete Townsend windmill wallet grab. So take out your wallet. Okay. Take out your wallet. Get into your best Pete Townsend rocker mode. Okay. And do the windmill. Pulling money out of your wallet. All right. All right. All right. I like it. Good, good, good. Good job, everybody. Give yourselves a hand. All right. I think
And now that your wallets are out,
Mayor,
So are we happy about it yet? Is that what we're
do you want to do it during Happy Bucks or
Yeah, I was gonna-
anytime you want? Okay, we'll do Happy Bucks. Okay.
But we need to start the thing, so I'm gonna happy buck and we'll do the thing.
Okay, sounds good. I was gonna do some fines first.
We
So I
can't
don't want
fix
to put you ahead of this.
Finding happiness. Well, I'll go first.
Oh, yeah.
So, Miss Amy is going to pass around a computadora in Spanish. And, that will be the sign up for the blood drive on November 4th. Everyone who signs up today, I'll throw a buck in for happy.
That is awesome.
So,
We'll modify that.
oh, I'm modifying it.
No, yeah, I thought you said 5.
No.
I
I didn't say
will keep my computer,
Oh.
so y'all let me know and I can fill you in. And Kevin knows that we have about only like 12 spots left. So as we go around, let me know if you want me to put you in and Brett will reward you.
Yeah,
I was thinking about this.
okay, you were thinking.
Or we want to modify it again.
I want to modify it again.
Okay.
Because I want to have some fun with this,
All
okay?
right.
This has opportunity all over.
Absolutely.
Number one, I will match your buck.
Okay.
Oh,
I like
Is there anybody in here that would like to match our dollar?
Oh,
That's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna run this a little bit like an auction,
Oh,
okay?
all right.
So I've got the time slots. I've got 1 PM, 1:30, 1:45, 2:15, 2:30, 2:45, 3:15, 3:30, and 3:45.
Friday, November 4th. in this
Friday,
room.
November 4th. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start off. 1 PM. Anybody got 1 PM? Anybody got 1 PM? What is your 1 PM? Got 1 PM. Chris, 1 PM. Sold. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. We got 1:30. 1:30 is a beautiful time. It's a little bit after lunch. You can lay down. It's a little sleepy. All right, let's start. We're doing 1:30. You got 1:30, back to 1:30. 1:30. Anybody got 1:30? 1:30. 1:30 up there. 1:30. 1:30 remains open. Okay, 1:45. 1:45. 1:45. Anybody want 1:45? 1:45.
I already signed up.
Sign up your friend. Sign up your neighbor.
Chris is registered.
All right, cool. 2:15, 2:15. Grab 2:15. Out there in the field, 2:15. Okay, 2:30, 2:30. Anyway, 2:30. All right, 2:30. All right, 3:30 and 3:45. Kevin O'Brien and Daniel O'Brien. All right, here we go.
Question. Question. Amy, what time am I taking over? Or what time am I greeting?
What time would you like to take over for me?
Well, I can, if I donate blood at like the 1:30 or 1:45, I can then take over after that.
I'd like to pick, oh yeah, that'll work. I try to pick my kids up at 2:05 from school.
Okay, then, Chris, can I take the 1 o'clock?
Oh wait, nope, he's already has it.
Yeah, so what was the next time after 1?
1:30.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, I've got
Oh.
1 o'clock and then I'll stay and let you leave, Amy.
Okay, sounds good, thank you.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. In the interest of time, I've got 2:30, 2:45, 3:15 available.
We'll take them all.
Going what? 2:30. Angie, right on. Good stuff. Angie's got 2:30. Anybody else? November 4th, Friday, November 4th. It's gonna be a great day.
Come
Be
on,
beautiful
Jack.
out. After you draw
Probably gonna
blood,
be raining.
after you get your blood drawn, you can stumble out of here and go to the brewery and really get a buzz.
Refill the names.
He wants to know what times are still available. Jack,
What time is it still?
2:45, 2:30.
No,
No,
not 2:30.
I'm sorry. You go in.
All the other ones.
All day. 2:45, 3:15.
2:45.
Okay, cool.
It's like we've never done this. We've never offered block times in our lives.
That'd be fun though.
It was a technique.
It's a mess, but that's okay.
All right.
All right, so we're making money.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, thank you. All right, here we go. Let's just do Happy Bucks now.
So how much do we need to match?
5.
5.
$5. Oh, good, good job. Thanks,
Happy it's
everybody.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy it's Friday. Short and sweet.
I'm happy it's Friday and happy that you guys are great.
Thank you.
I got some happy bucks. Speaking to Pete Townsend, he's got my theme song and it's called Keep On Working. And this sounds really weird, but happy bucks for my son-in-law, Tim, who's got cancer. They just went down to the MD Cancer Center in Houston, Texas for a second opinion. He's been accepted to a trial with the MD cancer specialists. I don't understand the technology behind it, but it's kind of like Pac-Man that they've injected with some stuff and it's supposed to eat up the cancer cells.
Wow.
So we're trying to figure out the logistics of that because he has to go down and spend a number of days each time as he goes down. So I would appreciate you guys continuing to keep him in your prayers or your thoughts. Thank you. Excited.
I'm gonna go, and I guess I'm just happy that it's cooling off and like we should get rain this weekend, and I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, my plants are gonna be happy for the rain as well. And I'm just happy for the cooler weather, the kind of the slower feel of fall, because summer was fun but crazy. So there's that. And then I heard that we had 5 people sign up for the blood drive, so I'll match that too.
Thank you. I don't.
Happy Friday. You know, a lot of things to do today. And I'm glad that, you know, we're finally gonna get some meeting.
all right, this is for the blood drive on Tuesday night. There were 6 people that showed up at Lundin Park to take away the blackberry bushes. John Spencer still has a series of blood drives going, I think, as did Don and a number of them. So there was already a blood drive, so if you want to donate to that, there you can.
Okay.
They did an awesome job, by the way.
Well, here's for my match. Happy that Brett didn't have a heart attack over there. I was slowly watching him lose consciousness. I'm really happy, so glad he survived that. And I did make last 2 meetings due to travel and some obligations. So on behalf of Blue Bank, I just wanted to personally say thank you for hosting case. An amazing event, just lots of money raised. It was just very overwhelming to see that response.
Well, if everything goes according to plan, tomorrow, a truck will show up at my house to take my 1980 Mercedes 450 SL back to Sacramento where I bought it.
Wow.
So I hope everything works according.
Hitting it, Lauren.
Yeah.
It's going to, I'm giving the car to my grandson.
Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah, the one grandchild will take really good care of it.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's my matching for everybody who's doing blood drive. Thank you so much, because I won't be in town, so I appreciate the other people who have done that. And this way I won't pass out either. So, what else? Oh, toy drive, thank you for everybody getting involved in that. I really appreciate that activity going on. The food bank, we were kind of adding it up in our heads. I think we're pushing about $50,000 that we're going to be doing really leveraged our money, so good job, everyone.
I've got another one. Yesterday, my neighbor climbed up on the roof of my house. And he's got 2 artificial knees. But anyhow, he is in the process of cleaning off the roof of my house.
Doesn't sound good.
And he's still got a little ways to go, and I wish him well.
Wait a minute, there's been no Tesla report this week?
No Tesla. Well, the Tesla cost me $10 to operate in the last 30 days. Is that worth $1?
Yeah.
So,
And any thoughts on the stock market?
Buy.
the stock market is adjusting. So there's the dollar for that.
Keep asking questions.
Doing
Yeah,
just
I'll
fine.
never get out of here.
Doing just fine. The last I heard, we were well ahead of what we put into the market. You know, that's what counts, what you put in and what it's worth today. And so I think it's gonna be just fine.
Perfect.
Thank you, Warren.
Yeah.
$5 match for all the blood givers. Thank you. All good. Thank you very much. Joyce, good morning.
Happy to be here.
Good to see you.
Thanks for being here.
There's my $5 match, and after a week of fun, my boats go back in the water, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What happened?
I was a bottom paint and all that, you know.
You left the prop on bottom of Port River.
I'm paying your money. Okay. I'm sure you're happy.
I have this nifty Apple wallet that doesn't allow you to cash. I started carrying some in my pocket. I did need to say something that I'm happy about, just in general. Well, the mayor's here, and I just appreciate the mayor's support as Public Works is trying to improve.
And the big sign's awesome.
So I have categories of happy bucks, and anybody that's been around me this week is probably tired of hearing it, but here's my $5 for the match.
Thank you.
Here is $6 for my 6 grandkids. And here is 1 for the one great grand one I'm either having today or tomorrow.
Nice.
That's cool.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired, I can't stand it. Evergreen. Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Super excited. Makes me super happy.
It's October and this is fundraising season, so I am so thankful that my, Brian and I went to Quartz and Kegs auction, the YMCA auction. We have Seroptimus auction tomorrow night. Is anyone going to that? And then Empty Bowls. So there's.
When is Empty Bowls?
November 5th. I will Venmo it.
So I've got my blood drive money there and a bunch of happy bucks, lots of things going on. I was actually able to pin my colonel on the shoulder boards last Sunday. I got a grandson who showed up on the same day who apparently didn't understand protocol because my daughter was unable to make my promotion ceremony. And super happy with things that are going on in the city and something specifically that happened last week. We had what's called a rodeo. And that's where your public works folks come out and they show their skills. So we had one with a little mini excavator and they had to move tires and stack them up and put a little cone in the top. And we had a big excavator thing moving a bucket thing. So it was really a skills test kind of thing. They all competed. And I think that the mayor might have got the best time on the plow because I drove it like a cop. Good stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Appreciate it.
Very cool.
I am happy that we no longer have the world's worst Eric Weldon.
You throw in the match. And then a happy 5 for everybody. And then also we want to hear from TV Land. Dr. Delorme, I know you're happy. You're happy all the time.
I'm always happy. I'll Venmo $5 in. Just great day, everybody. I'm heading to Bozeman, Montana this weekend without Dave. Poor Dave. But just have a great weekend, everybody.
You too. And Ron, your mic is open. You're looking happy.
I am happy. Yeah, I'm just happy. Got a busy day of winterizing boats and irrigation systems, so not so happy about that, but happy.
Nice. Larry, how are you?
I'm nearly good. I'm fair.
You got a nice looking cactus.
I Venmo'd $5
Thank you.
today, and I get to work a Rotary event tomorrow, Oktoberfest. I signed up to serve beer and wine. I thought that fit me very well.
That's,
Not
thank
allowed
you for
to
doing
drink while
that.
you're serving.
He's in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good job, everybody. Nice work today.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that. And Kendra, do you want to introduce or?
I mean, I don't have an.
Okay, I can. So we have Aaron Halverson from Public Works from Lake Stevens, and he's the Public Works Director. He's going to talk about capital projects. So come on up.
You want me to pull up?
Yeah, well, you set me up. I'll probably close the meeting by mistake. Well, yeah, thank you for the introduction.
Yeah.
I've been the Public Works Director for about a year now. I think it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot more work probably than I anticipated. You know, I have a 1-year-old little girl, and so I didn't anticipate having this challenging position and waking up in the middle of the night with a 1-year-old. I sort of thought, anyway, I sort of thought it would be a simpler situation, but it didn't turn out that way. But my little girl's name is Madeline, and she is adorable. She says "Dee-da" every time I get home instead of "Daddy." She's a lot of fun.
You have to use the little arrows.
Okay. Okay. I'm actually here to talk about the Transportation Benefit District and, in a roundabout way, capital projects. And again, thank you for the invitation to be here today. It takes about 20 minutes to go through the presentation, so I'll try to move quickly and give you a chance to ask me some questions. The 4 topics I really want to cover, the things I want you guys to take away are, what are the city's transportation capital needs just broadly? What is a TBD? A TBD acronym is an acronym for Transportation Benefit District. I want to review some project examples with you, and then, well, I suppose there's 3 things, and then you can ask me some questions. So quick facts about Lake Stevens. In 2016, we had 94 miles of roadway, okay, total roadway width. Okay. In 2021, we have had 126. So we've been through annexation and new development. We've increased our road network. Unfortunately, or not unfortunately, just it is the annual pavement budget for pavement preservation, maintaining these roads so they don't have potholes and cracks, and Chief O'Brien's team can get from point A to point B safely and quickly. The budget is $400,000, and I'll talk more about that, why that's a problem. In 2016, we had 114 miles of sidewalks. We have 152 now. In 2021, we actually have more now. Annual sidewalk budget is $200,000. And that's a number that is not necessarily static. It may go down. The population in 2021 was 38,000. It's over 40 now, I'm told. Okay. There are generally 3 revenue sources for transportation projects. REIT 1, real estate excise tax 1, real estate excise tax 2, and traffic mitigation fees. So real estate excise tax is a tax on 0.25% on real estate transactions. So when homes or properties are sold, there's a 0.25% tax on that, and the city gets that for capital projects. I heard on NPR this morning that home sales have dropped over the past 8 months every month. And so the projected 1.5 million that we forecast may not be there in each one of those buckets. And then the same applies to traffic mitigation. Again, that's a fee that the city collects from development so that we can mitigate impacts. Okay. So in the end, all I want you to really think about is we have a $4 million budget every year for capital projects, pavement preservation, sidewalks. Sounds like a lot. We evaluated our capital project needs over the past few years and developed a capital facilities plan. There are 94 projects across the city, and the cost is $174 million. This is our 20-year plan. In sidewalks, we hear from the community that the community really wants sidewalks. We have 46 projects there at $44 million. Roadway projects are really expensive. We love our parks. They're beautiful. They're also expensive. Okay. $4 million revenue, $174 million in cost. Okay. We have a problem. So what is a transportation benefit district? And I want to preface this by saying, I'm not interested in influencing how you vote. It doesn't, that's not my goal. In fact, I can't do that. I just want to present the facts. So I want, in this slide, there are a lot of words. Just read the things that are bold and highlighted. A TBD is a separate legal entity created by cities for the purpose of financing their transportation improvements. Generally, TBD's only activity is to collect non-voter voted car tab fee or voter approved sales tax and remit the proceeds to the city or county. So they're just essentially a taxing district. Okay. What does the community want? We did a survey this year and we've received 900 responses, which is remarkable. 51% want more sidewalks, 36%, 37% want street maintenance, 12% want multi-use paths. So we're hearing you. We're trying to do that thing. We did evaluate the projects, the 94 projects that I spoke about earlier, against an objective criteria based on where they are, zoning, the roadway type, whether or not there have been accidents. You can see the column, pedestrian bicycle accidents. We really should score them. If we're having problems with people getting hit by vehicles, we should add sidewalks to that place. Cost, opportunity. I guess what I'm saying here is I didn't prioritize the list based on what I wanted. I prioritized the list based on objective criteria. Okay. In terms of projects that we propose to use the Transportation Benefit District proceeds for, there are 20 sidewalk projects and 3 roadway projects. What that would buy is about nearly 4 miles of sidewalk, 3,000 linear feet of multi-use path, 102 ADA ramps, 24 crosswalks with lighted signs, and 3 roadway projects. Roadways are expensive. I'm going to get there in just a minute. But they're shown here on a map, and you can see they're sort of scattered around the city. Let's get to cost. I get this question a lot about sidewalks. Why don't you just put a sidewalk in front of my house? It's not that expensive. Or we really need a sidewalk from point A to point B because I walk it a lot. Things like that. And I agree, I would love to do that. But sidewalks are expensive. So the cost right now for a sidewalk, and it's going up, is about $400 a linear foot. So you take a 3-foot step, that's $1,200 in sidewalks. Why is it so expensive? It's expensive because it's not just the concrete. We have to put storm water, right? We have a curb. We're now collecting the water rather than going into a ditch. So it's the infrastructure associated with it. Each ADA ramp, these are the curb ramps that you see throughout the city that we're constantly replacing. They're about 4,000 each. Actually, that number is going up too. Multi-use path cost, back up one, is about $600 a linear foot. And a multi-use path is those 10-foot wide paths like South Lake Stevens path that you. The lighted crosswalk signs, they're $2,500 each.
The sign is?
The sign.
Blinking signs.
The blinking signs. We call them RRFBs. Rectangular rapid flashing beacons.
Yes.
I'm perfect for government. Okay. And then lastly, that's the cost to construct it. To design it, you have to spend about 35% on survey and engineering. Okay. So I'll give you an example here. Oh, go ahead.
So it's those numbers plus the 35% for designing.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll give you an example. Soper Hill Road. I think we can all agree that a sidewalk on Soper Hill would be fantastic. We have a senior center, we have a park. We should connect Lundin Park to that area as well. Great. It's about 3,000 linear feet of sidewalk at the unit price of $400, which gets you 1.2 million. You've got a few ADA ramps. You've got a few lighted crosswalk signs. So just for construction, you're at 1.2 million. And then you get to engineering 35%, add 420,000. You're at 1.65 million for that sidewalk project. Remember, we have a budget of 4 million a year for the entire city.
Roads and everything.
Yeah, all the pavement preservation, everything. So that's scooping up a bit of it. Okay, 117th, another quick example, 117th Avenue sidewalk. That project is 2,200 linear feet of sidewalk. You can see the roadway, that's a Google Street View. It really does need a sidewalk. It's about a $1.2 million project. Okay, roadway cost estimating. A minor arterial costs about $3,200 a linear foot. Collector costs $2,400. Local access $1,600. So when you drive 20th Street Northeast here, probably more like a collector. Each foot's about $2,400 through there to rebuild it. Example: 91st Avenue from Marketplace to State Route 204. We just overlaid that roadway, but it really does deserves a better treatment. It's a $6.8 million project. It just is, but it would make that area. It would change the area substantially. It would be an appealing roadway, so it would encourage commercial businesses to want to be there. So we should consider. Okay, this gets really. It is interesting again to me, but probably not terribly interesting. Everyone. But the map on the right is a pavement condition rating for all of the roads in the city. The roads that are red are the ones that need maintenance. The roads that are green are generally okay, and yellow need some maintenance as well. Fortunately, our pavement condition is pretty good. It's a 79, so it's a little bit better than Seattle. So it's a lot better than Seattle, but it still takes maintenance.
Hey,
And
Aaron,
yeah,
real quick, I think that people can go on our site and see that, right? Play with it and look at the street. And so if you wanted to go on our site and look and play with that, it's actually kind of cool.
yeah. Pavement preservation is important. So Seattle has been, they're down in the full depth. They're in the red, right? So you go to some Seattle roadways and they're totally falling apart. It's going to be a full rebuild. Remember, it's like $3,200 a foot to rebuild the roadway. So we're talking something very expensive. We don't want to get there. You really want to keep your pavement healthy. And the best way to keep your pavement healthy is to keep water from getting into it. That's overlays, crack seal, which we do. We just don't have enough money to keep up with given the road network that we have now. So we took a look at, ran a model based on the funding available, and the city's pavement condition will deteriorate to a 70 by 2027. And that means we're going to have to do more substantial roadway preservation if we go there. So it's better to keep this thing up. It's sort of like brushing your teeth and going to the dentist. You're going to want to do those things. If you don't, it becomes problematic. Really, we want to keep it around 80, which is close to where we are now. So we need more like $1 million a year for pavement preservation to do that. Overlay cost example. It costs about $110 a ton for asphalt. It's gone actually up from there because fuel prices have gone up and asphalt has a lot of oil in it. Planing, which is just the grinding, costs $2,400 a linear foot. I talked about ADA ramps at 4,000. It's actually closer to 46 this year, given our most recent bid. This year we had $400,000 for pavement preservation. We bid the project. We did the project. It's done for the year at about $390,000. we grinded and overlaid 0.7% of the city's line. So if you are waiting for your road to be overlaid, you're going to need to live until 2150.
21.
Maybe longer. So just eat your vegetables. This is what it looks like. It goes from before, you can see the cracks. You see water's going to try to get in there. See the cracking there, Village Way, for example. And that's generally what it looks like after.
Is that a re-asphalt or just a seal?
That's new asphalt. So that the process is the contractor grinds 2 inches off the surface to try to find a clean surface, and then puts 2 inches of asphalt back in.
So one of the things to think about with that is anytime you do anything with the roadway, all your ADA ramps have to be compliant. So if you have 5, 6, 7, 10 ADA ramps that overlay is going to touch, that's $4,600 a ramp.
Yeah. So you're spending a third of your overlay budget on ramps. Or I am in this case. Okay. There are 2 options with the TBD. One is the council manic option of a $20 per vehicle tap fee. You can go up to 100 with voter approval. That generates about $550,000 a year at the $20 a vehicle, which would help, but it only targets Lake Stevens residents. Fine. There's the sales tax option, which is 0.2% or 2 cents on a $10 purchase. It would generate about $1.5 million a year. It does sunset in 10 years, and all of the sales in Lake Stevens would generate revenue. So anybody going to Costco to buy fuel or buy groceries would pay this fee. So the people in Snohomish that are going to come and buy these things, use the road network, would help pay for it, which makes practical sense to me, but I'll leave that up to you. So to summarize, the city has 94 projects with a cost estimate of $174 million. And right now, we generate $4 million a year to do those things.
How are we going to catch up?
Well, that's the thing. So the TBD.
That's on this November's ballot?
It is, but the TBD would help us bridge the gap. It gets us started. It scoops up 20 or so projects for you, essentially. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see, I guess one would be the maintenance aspect of the 2 materials. And why do you pick one material over another, which would be an asphalt sidewalk versus concrete?
So is your question, why do we prefer concrete over asphalt? Or
I know concrete's a lot harder and probably lasts longer, but I just know there's a big 4-foot sidewalk over there kind of by Stitch Road. Over that way, they just redid that road through there by the fire department or the police department now. So why wasn't that not concrete versus asphalt?
Why was it asphalt and not concrete?
Yeah. Why it's asphalt now, but I'm just curious why you picked that versus concrete.
Is it just a road shoulder? I'm trying to.
He's talking about South Lake Stevens Trail.
Oh, the south. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. Asphalt is a little bit cheaper, and in that case, when you're doing a long section, you can do it really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, concrete, you have to form it. There's a lot of pouring.
Cure it out.
But it lasts forever. So yeah. If you go to the Mill Spur, it's a concrete roadway. It's basically a freeway. That thing's it is. It's constructed just like a freeway in terms of methods and design. It's going to last forever.
And I think that project's more of a trail.
Yeah.
Sidewalk, right? So the idea that we got bicyclists on a multimodal trail, you would do an asphalt versus a sidewalk.
And versus more pervious so the water can get through it versus concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of following on that, one of the busiest roads I've seen for walkers and bikers is basically along the north side of the lake from Lundin Park maybe all the way over to downtown. And to your point, sidewalks are nice, but just a wider shoulder is so much better. When I see, and we walk sometimes on Vernon Road from kind of the shopping area toward Lundy Park, nice wide shoulder, no problem walking. But boy, you get on that little lakeside road and it's the most busy walkway I've seen with struggling people on these little narrow chunks of weird sidewalk and no sidewalk. And is it possible just to bulldoze up all the old sidewalks and just have asphalt?
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
So the advantage of a sidewalk is a few things. It gives a designated place for people to walk, really. But there's also a great separation between vehicles and people, which tends to slow people down that are driving. So sidewalks are preferred in terms of a traffic calming and safety measure. Asphalt shoulders, a good example is 91st Southeast, where we have an asphalt shoulder that kids and parents use every day to get to and from school. And we put those delineators up. You probably saw those candlesticks that are sort of, some say they're unsightly. I don't really care. They are slowing people down and they're making it safer. But ideally, that would be a sidewalk, a great separated sidewalk. It is safer, no doubt.
No doubt.
Pedestrian. And that one, quite honestly, that we need to do something out there, and it's shown here, because that is a minor arterial that people are going to use to get from Frontier Village to Costco. Traffic is going to increase there.
Those blinking signs are really expensive, and some of the roundabouts, especially getting some of the elementary schools, is there a consideration, a temporary solution for like just having flags where folks hold the flag as they walk across?
It's certainly an option. And I think it's a good one. In a community that I worked for previously, we did that. They have some maintenance elements, kids will come and steal them all.
Sure.
But that's not possible. It's definitely an option. We are working on a traffic calming program in the city, and I think that's where things like that will come from. It'll help us provide creative solutions like that.
Yeah, Lundin Parkway, right? It's so busy, and there's the roundabout, and then Lundin Park and Norms, and I know kids have been hit there. And I know the flashing lights, but honestly, it's such a wide road. It doesn't really capture a lot of folks. I feel like it's kind of bizarre. Anyways, just a simple solution seems okay. Then again, that roundabout area, my kids are trying to walk to school and it's unsafe.
Yeah, it's interesting. Something you said there is really interesting, which is the road is really wide, which means people drive faster.
Right, and then they just.
Doesn't matter what the speed limit is.
Right.
Because the road feels safe for them. So people drive, yes, people drive according to the roadway conditions. And that's why the sidewalks are nice. So you do wide shoulders, people want to go faster because it feels safer as they're, they have more wiggle room. They can sort of do this thing. You put curbs right against the fog line and make those narrow road, 11-foot road lane widths, you can slow down.
You see all the black tire marks on them.
Lessons learned.
Just out of curiosity, what are some ideas of the traffic calming plan?
Yeah.
You have definitely one road around the lake that a fair amount of people can't seem to go at
East Lake Shore, is it?
All over.
Okay, all over.
Coming out from Safeway and Vernon,
Yeah.
that I happen to live on, it gets crazy fast. Somebody just ran into my fence because they were speeding around a roundabout, so got my entire fence. Down here, just all around.
They use the roundabouts as slingshots.
They came out of that roundabout, lost control of his car.
Yeah.
Smashed into my fence.
I'm sorry.
No insurance. Cost him 15 grand.
Well, my truck just got hit. Somebody didn't have insurance.
So I was just curious, what are some of the ideas that the city has for, speed bumps, because that slows down?
You can put speed bumps in, but they'll use them as slingshots. So you have to do them really strategically. What most people drivers do is they slow down over the speed bump and then gun it to get back up to 35 and then 25.
And what are some of the ideas that the city's?
Yeah, I've done it, right? I mean, we've all hit the speed bump.
Just what are some of the ideas the city's kicking around?
So the speed bumps, speed humps are an option, narrowing the roadway widths like we talked about. So adding curb to make things uncomfortable. The RRFBs we talked about, smaller roundabouts to slow people down at intersections. Didn't sound like it worked in your particular area, but there are a lot of options like that. Lighted speed signs that we have throughout the city, more enforcement. Yeah. Yeah, we need a way for the people that live here to get into a process so that something happens and it's thoughtful and consistent.
What's the philosophy behind the speed bump that's, foot wide versus 3 feet wide? And you see wide ones, like you almost drive on top of it, and you drive off.
Yeah.
Is there a reason?
It's a good question.
What's the difference?
There's a big difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you drive through Frontier Village, they've got the short little stumpy ones that drive us all crazy because we have to slow way down and it's 5 miles an hour, right? A speed hump should be designed so that you can travel the speed limit for that roadway. So if it's 25 miles an hour, you should be able to safely navigate it at about 25 miles an hour. You can't do it with those little short ones. They're too abrupt.
Yeah.
So you make these things 15 feet long and 3 inches tall at their height. You go 40, you're going to feel it. But if you go 25, you should be not as annoying. I mean, another challenge with speed humps is the neighborhood has to hear ka-dunk, and then the acceleration. We're going to try some thermoplastic strips, something similar on East Lake Shore. But I'm concerned that you're going to hear that tuk, 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 thousands of times, and those neighbors are not going to like it, but they're asking for a fix. We'll go put it out there and see if they like it. If they don't like it, the great thing about thermoplastic.
I know you're not taking suggestions, but I just feel compelled to say, like on Lundin Parkway, where there's a crosswalk for Lundins and Norms. It's interesting because I feel like it's inexpensive to paint, like zigzag all the way to that. It just seems like inexpensive and be like, oh, shoot, I'm approaching something. What is it? Oh, it's a crosswalk.
Yeah, no, I really like that idea. There's something similar on the Centennial Trail where it crosses State Route 9 at the north end.
Okay.
Those little zigzags.
Yeah.
Kind of a European thing. We'll put it in our traffic calming program for sure.
Yeah.
As an option. It's interesting because there's no real detail or spec for it right now. So the ones you see out there are just kind of like, yeah, we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have some details. So we'll work.
Higgins has something like that. It's just a painted speed bump. And it kind of catches your eye and it kind of slows you down, even though there's no bump there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea. The painted cattle guards. Is that what you're suggesting? I like that.
Similarly, some folks are suggesting like painting that like human walking on the side of the road. I don't know, just to identify it as like sidewalk. No, I shouldn't maybe go 40. I should do this.
I love that idea.
Paint it.
Paint it. Well, there's a maintenance element too, right? So the more signage we put out, the more signs we have to maintain. The more thermoplastic we put out. It is, but it's maintenance over time. It's all maintenance over time. No, that's
something Rotary could use, find paint. Jim's an expert at that.
It'd be interesting to, and I think we will, is try some of these traffic calming measures and put the speed counters out there. We have discrete speed, not the tubes in the road anymore. They're just, we can hang them off to the sides and no one knows that we're gathering data, which is wonderful. So I think we will do that. We'll test some of those things and see if it does slow people down. Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
All right. This year, I'm going to have a $25 donation for the Lake Stevens Education Foundation in Harlan's name. So, thanks a lot. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Okay, anything for the good of the whole?
If anybody still has any unsold raffle tickets, they need to come back to me.
Okay, raffle tickets go to Angie. I saw you had a pile. Okay. Meeting adjourned. Oh, go ahead.
Kevin and your son and Angie and Jack are all first-time donors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and scan this and then put your information in and then you will reserve your spot.
Well, I never.